But let's do a little role play here. I'm getting you a gift. You open up the Christmas box, and inside is a piece of my human just sitting there. And I've got this giant grin on my face. And I'm like, it's a good gift. It's a good gift. Okay? It's a good gift. And then you're sitting there and you're like, this is a pile of in a box. And I'm like, yeah, it's a good gift. Are you gonna say thank you? No gratitude? And then I throw you in the volcano. Welcome back to Cringe Court. I am the Right and Honorable Kenzy Fox, and I will be your adjudicator this evening as we take a look at the grievances of some of the most insane people on the planet in r/am I. And so, without further ado, let's get started. Am I the for giving my niece a book of controversial fairy tales? Let's see what the controversial fairy tales are. I'm gonna say no. I mean, like, unless you gave her, like, a book. If it's just, like, stories about fairy tales. Okay, hold on. Okay, this can go two very different ways, right? This could be, like, depending on what the book is, this could be very cringe or very based. But I don't know if there's gonna be any in between. Like, controversial fairy tales might be like, you know, fairy tales as written by Ayn Rand, and OP is like a radical liberal, right? I'm gonna say you're the... That's my guess right now. I, 25 female, okay, not sent my niece a book with the original collection of Grimm's fairy tales as an early Christmas gift because I'm going abroad in a few days and I won't be home for Christmas. Okay, I mean, 6 years old is maybe a little too young to be reading the Brothers Grimm. Like, you know, they're kinda... They're a little bit much, right? They're a little intense for a 6-year-old, I think. Exactly, I gave my car keys to a 6-year-old. You're killing it tonight. I texted my brother, 30 male, her father, to see if they had gotten my gift. He just said yes. I thought this was a weird short answer. So I followed up and asked if my niece liked it. Eventually, after some hesitation, my brother told me that his wife read some of the stories with my niece and she thought that they were disturbing, inappropriate for a 6-year-old. Bear in mind, I read these tales myself. Okay, yeah, I mean, you're 25. You know, like, I'm 25 and I read them and I thought they were perfectly fine. I didn't think they were that scary. Like, okay, yeah, you're, you know, big brave lady. I read those tales myself when I was around my niece's age. It's the original version of those classic tales like Cinderella and Snow White, except they don't sugarcoat the darkest aspects of the story. It didn't traumatize me in any way, and millions of children have read them throughout history. Good fucking lord. Like, yeah, okay, just because you read it when you were 6, you're like, you know, yeah, my parents spanked me and I thought it was fine. I liked it. It turned me on. You know? Like, I don't know. I don't see how this is relevant. The mother was like, I don't think this is appropriate for my child, and I kind of agree with her. I don't think that a 6-year-old should be reading the Brothers Grimm. Like, sure, you know, a 6-year-old can be fucking... You know, a 6-year-old can watch, like, The Descent. I don't think that's a good thing. You know, just because you can do something. But, you know, I'm not like a think of the children sort of guy either. You know, I was like 3 years old and I was playing Doom on my grandpa's PC because they played Doom. But, like, you know, Doom isn't scary. Doom is dope. You're blowing up demons. The Brothers Grimm is, like, kinda scary. I got offended by my brother's suggestion that this was an inappropriate gift. Okay, and whose problem is that? It sounds like it's your problem for being offended by it. My brother then said it's up to them, the parents, to decide if she's old enough to read them or not. I agree. I mean, literally true. What are you gonna do, OP? Cry about it? Shit your pants, maybe? No, she wouldn't do that. She's a big girl. She doesn't cry or shit her pants anymore because she read the Brothers Grimm. My brother then said it's up to them. I should drop it. Okay, so your brother's like a normal adult, and you are a Reddit, terminally online person who's going to be found dead lying in a ditch 35 days from now. I don't disagree with him. Why did you make the post? Then why did you make the... I don't disagree with him. Anyway, thanks for reading. Goodbye. I was not saying they should read everything now, or ever. I just don't think I'm an asshole for not thinking this would be a problem. Okay, stupid. This post was made so that OP could flex that they read the Brothers Grimm when they were 6 years old. That's what this post was about. Because there's like, who cares? Is kind of where I fall on this. You're the asshole for thinking that you're cool for reading the Brothers Grimm. You're not cool. You're incredibly lame. You're the asshole, you gave a gift that wasn't well received, fair enough, they can't all be winners, but you don't start arguing that they should like it. That's really what it is, huh? She's like, everyone, I need some validation. Everyone needs to agree with me that I gave a good gift. I gave a good gift, okay? I don't care what the person receiving the gift thinks. It's a good gift. No room for gratitude there either? Okay, say Tur got her real... whatever. I don't know what your name says. But let's do a little roleplay here. I'm getting you a gift. You open up the Christmas box, and inside is a piece of my human shit, just sitting there. And I've got this giant grin on my face. And I'm like, it's a good gift. It's a good gift. Okay, it's a good gift. And then you're sitting there, and you're like, this is a pile of shit in a box. And I'm like, yeah, it's a good gift. Are you gonna say thank you? No gratitude? And then I throw you in the volcano. I swear, the majority of people who post and comment on this sub just don't know basic manners or kindness. OP's like... It's like... You're trying to get too intellectual with it. Like, they're a 6-year-old. Just get him like a coloring book. Brothers Grimm. Oh, yeah, I got her a textbook about human psychology. You know? She's allowed to read it. Pseudo-intellectual garbage. What didn't traumatize you as a kid is irrelevant. Your niece is not you. You don't know how she'd react. Your niece is 6. Get her an age-appropriate gifts that are made for 6-year-olds. Let's go. Those stories are quite gory. Also, people don't remember what age they were as well as they think. Even in the 30s, they knew that Snow White was too messed up for kids. That's why they changed it for the movie. At 6, your brain isn't developed enough to handle stories like that. Just apologize and move on. Next time, look for an age-appropriate gift. Based. Not entirely true. The original Grimm's fairy tales were not meant for children. These tales are full of incest, violence, cruelty, and sex. It's no wonder your brother and sister-in-law were taken aback by your gift, no matter how well... Yeah, I mean, like, OP's just... stupid. But yeah, okay, this person gets it. OP should have gone with one of their backups, either A Telltale Heart by Poe or Animal Farm by Doll to gift to a 6-year-old. Like, they're just trying to flex and say, like, oh, look, I've got you a very intellectual gift. While everyone else was getting you, you know, like, Barney on VHS, I got you a copy of Sigmund Freud's The Interpretation of Dreams. I was reading this when I was 6 years old, and look at me, I turned out normal. You know, quote made by somebody that is extremely not normal And once again, whose desiccated corpse is going to be found on the side of a hill 35 days from now. Bad gift. Not an okay gift. It's a bad gift. That's a gift that you give for yourself to make yourself feel smart, so that you can tell people like, I was reading the Brothers Grimm when I was 6 years old. In fact, I read it in the original German. That's why I got her in the original German version. I know she only speaks English, but I was reading the original German version when I was 6. Like, this woman peaked it. It's 6 years old, and she can't stop flexing about it. Am I the asshole refusing to take my stepbrother with me for a walk in the park? So true. Am I the ass for telling my 27 female family the reason I'm sick? Depends. What is the reason that you're sick? Am I the ass for telling my daughter, who is facing homelessness, that only her and her baby can move in? Am I the ass for having the power to my apartment disconnected after being asked to leave? Am I the ass for making him feel like shit over not picking me up something from the store? Am I the ass for making him feel like shit over not picking me up something from the store? Am I the ass for asking my boyfriend to not drink my coffee? Am I the ass for telling my newly adopted brother to go away? Oh, hold on. I'm gonna scroll up. Am I the ass for asking my boyfriend to not drink my coffee? Yes. Am I the ass for sending him a bill for $1,000 after him and his kid ate all our food? Am I the ass for saying no to a puppy gift? They ate $1,000 worth of food? Were they there for like 6 weeks? Did you buy, like, is the only food in your house like Wagyu beef? Like, what are you talking about? If I went to your house and I was house sitting and the only thing in your fridge was one plate of Wagyu beef and I ate it and then you said that was an $800 steak, you have to pay me for it, I would kill you. I would kill you where you stood. And it wouldn't be my choice either. It would just be like my animal instincts taking over. And, you know, I would grab the nearest, sharpest object and slice your throat open. Watch you bleed out on the floor. And then I would return to the woods. Like, I don't make the rules here, okay? I'm only human after all. Don't put the blame on me. Am I the asshole for saying no to a puppy gift? Like your dog brought you a gift and you killed it or something? Am I the asshole telling my boyfriend that buying a brand new car is a bad idea? She didn't fully spend $1,000 on the food? Am I the ass for taking my wife's side? Never. You're literally always correct. You should always, and I mean this sincerely, chat, you should always side with your partner. I don't even care if your partner is like a little bit wrong. Like if your partner ran over a small child, when the officer comes, you should lie. We love wife girls in this chat. No, you're not the asshole. For short context, my wife and I, we're both 26 female, are lesbians you didn't have to say that. Lesbians living in a red... I could infer that you're married to a wife and you're a 26-year-old female. I could infer that you're a lesbian. This incident happened last month and it's still causing issues. A couple of weeks before Thanksgiving, we got the news that several young nieces and nephews would be coming. The last time my wife and I have seen any of them was when they were still in diapers, so we were excited to see them. Fast forward to a couple of days before Thanksgiving, we get a call from my mother wanting to talk about Thanksgiving dinner. She was telling us how she was planning on introducing my wife and I as friends. This is your aunt's friend. Name. We both looked at each other in discomfort, and I asked my mom why, and she said, come on, what do you think why? Like, you know, I get that you're setting up the story for us, you know, big city liberals, but... You have to know that we know what this is, you know? And we know that you know what this is. We both looked at each other in discomfort and asked my mom why. Well, because they're still so young, they don't need any confusion right now. I suggested that she could introduce us properly, and if the kids question it, she could explain to them later or use the "I'll tell you when you're older" thing. My wife and I would have been completely fine with that, but no, she said she didn't want any middle ground in it. She was sticking to her guns, her actual words. Okay, well then the answer is fuck you, Mom. Like, what do you mean? There's only one response to this. You know, like, no, I'm going to unmarry you for the next 48 hours. Like, the answer is no. Get out of my house. Like, I think that I'm very reasonable, by the way. Like, I think that I'm very amenable. Like, most things people ask me, you know, if they're not causing me any problem, I would just be like, you know, sure, whatever. But, like, this, for me, is a bridge too far. When, like, you know, you're like, hey, I think this might be a problem, and I say, like, okay, well, I have a solution, and then you say, like, no, it's my way or the highway. Well, guess what? You're not invited to my Thanksgiving anymore. You can't, you know, make demands of my Thanksgiving at my house with my wife. Like, that's not your place, Mom. Then she asked us what the big deal was, and we told her that we're married, not just friends. She was shocked. My wife added that introducing us as friends would be disrespectful to our marriage and to us in our own fucking house, on our own fucking holiday, by the way, that we invited you to. We deserve to be recognized as a couple just like every other couple that was there. We would have to interact with each other differently and act like we're friends when we're clearly much more than that. And the fact that she was telling us that she was in fact doing it instead of asking us how we felt added to our discomfort. This didn't convince her, and she was still bent on protecting the kids. Yeah, I'm pretty sure, like, this would be fighting words for me. Like, if somebody told me this, even if I'm not, like, the person here, like, if I'm part of this family and, like, you know, Aunt came to me and she's like, you know, am I the asshole? I just trying to protect the kids. I would fight her. I would probably, the animal instincts would take over. I would slash her throat and I would return to the forest. Sticking to her guns. Protecting the kids. Suck my fucking cocklick, dude. So my wife calmly said that we can't be treated equally, then we wouldn't be coming. I agreed. Okay, so it's not at our house. Okay. It's not at our house. They wanted to disrespect us at someone else's house. Okay. Yeah, I'm not coming to Christmas then. So my wife calmly, you could tell the kids that, you know, Aunt Mary and her good friend, Susan, aren't going to be able to make it today. They're too busy having hot lesbian sex at their own house. I agreed to that and then took my wife's side. None of this was said to my mother in a rude way. This made my mother furious. She ranted about how she bought enough food for everyone, including us, and how she was cooking our favorite sides. You made enough food for me and my friend? How courteous. I'm not coming. I told her, or at least not, you know, at your house. I told her that it was all pointless if she was just going to drive an invisible wedge between us the whole time. Said that I was sorry, but I'm taking my wife's side on this. Well, she hung up. We had our own Thanksgiving in my wife's family, and a lot of our friends. Okay, so you're just like flex on them, you know, like we had a better party. But since then, my mother has not let it go. Who cares? Your mother sounds fucking terrible. Blowing up my phone constantly, guilting me, talking about how, like, why are some of these people so, like, they have, like, Stockholm Syndrome or something? Like, they think that, like, they've been so ingrained by society that they have to, like, anything their parent says must be, like, objectively true, and they're, like, the moral arbiters of everything on planet Earth. Like, no, sometimes your parents just fucking suck. This is this is a scenario where your parents fucking suck, dude. You have shitty parents. It happens. It happens a lot. A lot of people have shitty parents. Just pull out your knife, slice their throat, and return to the forest. You know, it's not that big of a deal. Exactly. She should stick with her wife. That should be the default position. Like, even if your wife's being, like, a little bit inconsiderate and, you know, obstinate, which she's not in this scenario, but if she were, you know, like, still, like, you gotta give your partner a little bit of leeway. You're a team. Talking about how everyone asked where my wife and I were. Oh, don't you mean, where you and your friend were? mother was having to correct every member of the family when they'd be like, where's Mary and her wife? Oh, you mean Mary and her best friend? Mary and her best friend, you mean, right? Her wife, not. Which she said that we bailed last second. It is December now, and she'll mention it at least twice a day. Why are you talking to your mom twice a day? Get a life, both of you. What the fuck? When do you have time to spend with your wife when you're talking to your mom, 26 hours a day? Now I'm starting to think that I was in the wrong and that I should have talked to my wife about it, but I didn't know what else to do. Am I the asshole? No, you're just stupid. Okay, so this is a necessary post because, like, it's a reminder that, like, being gay doesn't make you smart. You can be just as fucking stupid. Like, you came to the right answer, but, like, you showed me your work, and it's just a bunch of fucking nonsense. Like, you did nothing wrong, and you're like, I feel so guilty about having done nothing wrong. Dumb. You're just a dumb person. Let's see the controversial statements. Let's see some wait. I shouldn't just, like, put all of us on blast with, like, homophobia. Because that's what controversial is just gonna be. No, we don't need that. That's fine. That's also a thing. Like, people ask me, like, why I don't like Thanksgiving. Like, even in chat, people have asked me why I don't like Thanksgiving. And I'm like, come on. Come on. What the fuck do you think it's celebrating? Am I the ass for wanting 50-50? It's like asking me, like, why don't I like, American Independence Day? Yeah, I fucking wonder. Am I the ass for wanting 50-50 care of my kids? I mean, I also wish somebody would take care of my kids 50% of the time. Am I the ass for telling my sister her Christmas gift of Mum's 25-year-old ashes was unkind? What? Somebody gifted you your mom's ashes? I don't read British posts out of principle, but that's crazy. Am I the asshole? I just realized the reason why we're getting so many Christmas stuff is because we're in December now. Crazy. Am I the ass for buying Christmas gifts for family when my parents can't afford it? No. Am I the ass for rejecting former high school bully's apology? You know what? Like, I feel like this is dumb. But I want to know, like, what the bully did. Like, I want to read about, like, how this 23-year-old is still traumatized by what happened in high school. I, female 23, is a former bully victim. Okay, I is a former bully victim. That's fine. Maybe you deserved it. In my high school's marching band organization in 2015. Unfortunately, I was too quiet and polite. So many members made fun of my quietness. I didn't expect that members would be loud, obnoxious, and extroverted. You didn't think the people in fucking... You didn't think the people in marching band were gonna be extroverted? They're literally, like, walking down the street in giant fucking, plumes hanging off of their hats, in like, basically armor, playing giant fucking metal instruments that go like, what do you, it's like the most extroverted thing you can be, Like, you're not an orchestra, you're in the fucking marching band. You go to parades, you're the center of the stage. Running down the street. The seniors would yell at me like, why I wouldn't answer their questions and stay silent, and others, well, okay, I mean, that sounds very reasonable. Like, if somebody asks you a question and then you just don't answer, that's not you being shy, that's you being, like, belligerent. Like, even shy people, if they're, like, asked, like, hey, what time is it? Like, they don't just, like, turtle up and shut the fuck up. They say, 2 p.m. High school, I was in high school marching band. I did so many parades. I was in marching band. I did lots of parades. I played at football games. I did multiple parades. I did the Martin Luther King parade. I did Christmas parade. I did a Thanksgiving parade. I did a fucking Halloween parade. I did like a parade every month. And then every football game. Yeah, only me too, not the rest of the band. I was the one that did it. Others would join in the bullying every day. Like, does this person think it's bullying to be, like, asked a question? Also, I was constantly ignored by my team members who would continuously exclude me from formal meetings to casual hangouts. I eventually left the organization in only 1 year. Even in graduation day, many of them would still catcall, sneer, and give me hate looks. I don't think you know what catcall means. Like, I don't know if these people that were, like, making fun of you were like, "Hey, sexy teenage girl, get over here," you know? Like, I don't know. So here are my worst 4 bullies. Oh no, this is like Scott Pilgrim, you know, like, now you must face my 4 evil exes. This is like the beginning of a Dark Souls game where it's, you know, Goldor, the Dung Eater. You know, and they like show you like the 4 bosses that you're gonna have to fight later on in the game at the very beginning cutscene. The first one, Annie, would catcall me names. That's not what catcall means. Annie would catcall me names when I'm walking in the school corridors in front of many students publicly, such as freaking idiot. So if she's catcalling, like, she's saying, like, it in a good way, like, right? Like, I bet you're a real freak in the sheets. I bet you're a fucking useless gay idiot. But, like, you know, in, like, a positive way. You know, like what I would like to be called. Even worse, after school I would have to memorize several corridor pathways so that I don't have to meet her. I also have another 3, Hannah, Claire, and Samantha. Oh, good God. There's so much homosexual and homoerotic tension at this fucking high school. Hannah would stay silent when I'm being catcalled and just ignore— Stop saying catcall! That's not what that means! Catcall is an explicitly, like, sexual, like, an unwanted sexual harassment advance. They'd be silent when I'm being catcalled and ignore me and never say hi. Claire would insist on making social hangouts in my team quietly to make sure that I am excluded and would never join their meetings. Samantha would make fake rumors about me within all members of the marching band and make hate stares if I passed by her in school. They do mean name calling, but they they keep saying catcall, which is weirding me out, you know? Like, I know that they just don't know what catcalling means. Today, my brother is an Ivy League grad, Cornell, the flex for my brother, and is currently working at Big Tech. Can I say something? Can I say something, chat, that might be controversial? I think OP is autistic. Can I say that? Or maybe she's just an idiot. Maybe that's too cruel. Maybe I'm conflating. Like, what do you mean? Your brother's an Ivy League grad, Cornell, and working at Big Tech. And plus, she keeps getting catcalled, so she must be sexy. I think she's autistic. And I am now preparing for my grad school, so some of my former bullies recently and unexpectedly approached me. Last year, Samantha sent me a date request on Facebook. However, I rejected her friend request and immediately blocked her. 3 months ago, Hannah and Claire messaged me on IG, "Hey, how are you now?" and apologized. I replied, "Hi, I am currently preparing for my grad application to T20 universities and the Ivies, and unfortunately, I think we cannot be friends anymore." I mean, this person is socially awkward, okay? That doesn't necessarily make them autism. Doesn't necessarily make them autistic, but they clearly have some issues with normal social interaction, right? This is a weird person. Like, I'm sure she's fine, but she's just kind of weird. Like, I don't hate her. She's just kind of weird, you know? She's socially awkward. Hannah only read my message while Claire begged for my forgiveness, so I just said, "Hi. Did you even remember that when I was bullied you were silent? Then I blocked them." So Claire didn't even bully you? She just didn't stop people from calling you a sexy bitch? Recently, Annie sent a connection request on LinkedIn, so I messaged her back, "Why are you ignoring me in high school and suddenly adding me here?" She said that all of her actions were by mistake and unintentional, yet if it was an accidental mistake, why did she yell at me publicly in school corridors? So I rejected and blocked her completely, so am I the ass for rejecting apology from my high school bullies? Yeah, dude, she's getting fucking... People are trying to slide into her LinkedIn DMs. All the fucking ladies. The hottest lesbian at my high school. Am I the asshole for being the hottest lesbian at my high school? Literally cannot stop being hit on by all these mean ladies. All these doms. God, it should have been me. It should have been me. I'm not gonna read any of the comments on this one. I don't know. I think everyone's gonna take it way more seriously than I do. So I don't care. I've said everything I need to say about this. It should have been me. That's my verdict. It should have been me. Am I the asshole for telling the trainer at the gym I'm not looking for a trainer? Why? Okay, everyone on Reddit is so socially awkward. This is what you're supposed to do. You know, like, if you're not looking for a trainer, and somebody asks you, like, "Hey, are you looking for a trainer?" and you say no, that doesn't make you the asshole. That's... whatever. Am I the ass for giving my son a house instead of my daughter? You're gonna give your daughter to your son? What the hell? Am I the ass for not wanting to be an aunt? I don't think it's your choice. Would I be the asshole for sleeping in a separate bed from my fiance? Yeah, probably. You, like, if somebody, like, comes up to you, Sonic, and they're like, "Hey, will you buy this Snickers bar for $15? Do you just buy it out of, like, compulsion? You're like, I can't say no. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. I do that sometimes. Like, I guess, you know, I have a little bit of social anxiety. I think that would be unfair to pretend like I didn't. You know, I'm usually good at putting up a strong face, though. But, like, sometimes, you know, somebody will ask me a question and I cannot help but just say yeah. Like, I mean, I've mentioned that in the Discord before, where I, you know, agree to something just because I'm scared. I can't remember what the most recent thing was, but I did, like, agree to something that I didn't want to just out of compulsion because somebody asked me to immediately, like a stranger. I mean, it happens, man. I mean, definitely don't. Like, if somebody asks you, you know, to buy a chocolate bar for $15, say no. But you may be asked one day. Am I the ass for uninviting my dad's best friend, entire family from my wedding? Am I the... Well, hold on. Why? Am I the ass for... Okay, you know what I was doing, chat? I read the first line because I just wanted to see if they were gay or not. But, you know, I, 28 female, got married to the kindest man. Am I the ass for not wanting to spend a large amount of money on a Christmas present for my father-in-law? Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, you feel like you gotta answer. Now I'm wondering what that was. Like, I have such a goldfish memory. Here, hold on, chat. I'm gonna pull up Discord and go into general. I know that we have a lot of... Oh, dude, we posted so much since then, though. No, there's no shot I'm gonna find it. I can't even scroll past, you know, my live tweeting of fucking... I can't even scroll past, like, my live tweeting of the Game Awards, so I'm not going to. Am I the S for getting the wrong color gift because there was no blue left? Am I the S for telling my mother that I need a vacation? Am I the S for shutting my door while my roommate was having loud intercourse with his girlfriend? I mean, what? Did you tell them you were gonna watch and then didn't? Because that's pretty fucked up. Like, if they were putting on a show specifically for you and you just shut your door, that's pretty fucked. I live in a college dorm with 2 bedrooms, a bathroom, and a common area. My roommate and I have been getting along okay, with a few minor exceptions relating to him being loud, but after a few discussions I thought we were good. I got him to start closing his door quietly, and we agreed to communicate in advance if someone was coming over. Recently he started dating this girl and she's always spending the night. It started off as once every 2 weeks kind of thing, but now she's here every other night. They talk loud, she has zero noise control or courtesy, and I've already been woken up by her loud laughter and conversation after a long day at my internship. My roommate and I had a small conflict over this where he apologized and promised to keep it down, and we left it at that. Okay, seems fine. Everything seems above board right now. Just now, though. Right now? You're live tweeting, like, this guy's sexual exploits? Just now, though, I was heading to bed and started hearing loud thumping and sex noises. Gross. Coming from their room. Our apartment is already tiny enough, so I could obviously hear every moan and every sound. It wasn't obnoxiously loud, but it's clear they didn't give a shit that it was midnight and I could have been sleeping. I was pretty annoyed since it was late, so when I got done with the bathroom, I flushed the toilet and coughed a bit, making my presence clear. After they still continued with their loud activities, I said screw it, walked back to my room and shut my door quite loud. That got them to finally quiet down, and I think she ended up leaving. Or maybe not. I'm too tired to tell, but the noises finally stopped. My roommate, however, left his bedroom to clean himself up and slammed his door when re-entering, so he obviously got my hint and isn't too happy about it. I know I was being petty, but I genuinely don't even care that she's over. It's just the loud noises that got into my head. Am I the asshole? I don't know. This shit's stupid. Like, I know if I scroll down, it's just going to be a bunch of, you know, Redditors saying, like, it's immoral to have sex, and if you ever have sex, you're going to hell. Like, I don't know. But, like, what if I was, like, streaming, and then they're, like, you know, oh, yeah, oh, just like that, babe. Yeah, right on my earlobe. You know, like... Then I would probably, you know, knock knock. You know, do you want to be a guest on my show? But beyond that, you know, like, hey, I'm trying to be live right now. I'm trying to do some crosswords. If you could please keep it down. So I don't know. Like, they gotta fuck somewhere, right? I know Reddit hates when other people have sex, but... I don't know. Like, he lives there. It's his house. You know, it's also your house. But what are you doing? You're not even live. No, you're the asshole. If you were live, maybe it would be different, but you're not even live. Who cares if you're the asshole here? He definitely is, so I guess maybe... And so is he... Well, where is he supposed to fuck? I want to know from these Redditors, where am I supposed to fuck if not my house? You know? Exhibitionist King Key and his girlfriend obviously have? Where the fuck am I supposed to fuck if not at my house? Where am I laying my pipe? What are you talking about? Yeah, I agree with that. I don't know, it's all, like, okay, if I'm being serious though, like, I don't know. I don't know. And maybe that's, like, something I actually have to think about. Because I don't think it's bad for the boyfriend and the girlfriend to be fucking at his own house, right? He's paying to live there. But, like, OP is also paying to live there. Like, they gotta work something out, right? Yeah, you pay for dorms. Yeah, that's also what I think, Malicious. Like, you gotta just work something out here. Like, if they're, you know, fucking loudly at like 3 a.m. while you're like trying to sleep, you know, you gotta, like, they have to work something out and be like, yeah, we'll try and fuck during the day, or like, not in the, you know, 3 a.m., I think. So in this scenario, like, the guy's not asleep, right? Like, if you're just being, like, passive-aggressive about it for... I don't know, I think there are no assholes here. I don't really think anyone did anything wrong. As always, it's just kind of like, you know, these two people should have communicated better. He probably is gonna get beat up, though, by, you know, his Chad roommate who's been laying pipe. For live tweeting his fucking, you know... Why do the Stacys always go for Chad? Am I the ass for striking over family events? Am I the ass for not allowing my husband to blame me for a car accident? Would I be the asshole if I made my aunt and brother homeless? Yeah, probably. Like, what do you mean? Are you gonna burn their house down? Am I the ass for missing another family wedding? Am I the ass for threatening to leave my stepson with his grandparents? Maybe I'm just lucky in that, like, none of my family wants me at their wedding. Am I the ass for threatening to leave my stepson with his grandparents? Yeah. I mean, it makes you sound like a bad parent, I think. I think you're just like a negligent parent. I think maybe, you know, the Child Protective Services should be reading this post and not me. Would I be the asshole if I told my classmate that they smell? I wouldn't, but that's because of my social anxiety. Maybe it's a good thing. Here, let me hear about it, though. Like, I would just silently bear it, and then, you know, when I get home, I would tell all my friends. I would go on the Discord and then just start typing a whole bunch. And say shit like, you know, oh my god, this guy was smelling so bad. No, that's not what I was looking for. It was before that even, Sonic. I just oh, that was a long time ago that you posted that. Me, 18 female, and my two friends, 18 female, have noticed that after PE, a classmate of ours smells. Oh, really? After doing physical exercise? You have a sweaty classmate? It's not even only after PE, she smells every day. I feel bad about it, but I can't stand it. We thought about telling her, but it might be too mean. We also thought about subtly offering her some deodorant, but she's the type to decline and then leave even if she wanted deodorant. I'm sure she'd have it herself. I mean, I would do that, too. So I would, like, in that scenario, didn't I say that I would do that? Like, I tend to be helpful to somebody if it's not going to inconvenience me. But I think it was more like a scenario somewhere recently where somebody is like, hey, would you like to buy this thing? And I said, yeah. And then I definitely didn't want to buy that thing. And then I bought it anyway. I think it's okay to share a deodorant. I don't really care about that. Like, I'd rather not, you know, but I don't know. My armpits aren't really, like, a part of me, you know. They're like a symbiotic organism. So, it's not really a bother to me. We've as well thought about telling her best friend in class about it so she can maybe break the news easier. It's a lot better coming from a close friend than a stranger, I feel. Or should we just ignore it? We've thought about many different options, but I can't stand it any longer. You smell it when she's sitting in front of you as well. Would I be the asshole? I've been to school with a smelly person before. I'm pretty sure I openly bullied them about it. Not like a lot, but you know, I think like everyone did it, and I contributed. This is not a flex. I don't think it's a good thing to bully someone in this scenario. But I've not always been a good person. I don't know the answer here, right? Like, on one hand, maybe she doesn't know that she smells, and like, you know, if I smelled and nobody told me, I would be upset, because then, like, what, you mean for the last, like, 4 years of going to high school, I've just smelled like shit, and, like, I've been the person that everyone, like, goes into their Discord servers and group chats and says, like, oh, did you smell Fox today? Yep, gross, 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 you know, like, I would want to know. I would want to know the second that you, like, that the smell particles hit your olfactory, you know? So that I can, like, fix it. I would go home. You know? I would want to know. But I don't know if everyone would want to know. I would want to know. And if somebody took, like, more than 5 seconds to tell me, I would feel so self-conscious, I'd probably jump into the river. You know? So where do you fall on this one, chat? Should they... What should OP do here? Should they tell their classmate that they smell? Because on one hand, I would want to know, right? But I don't think that I could be that person. I don't think I could tell them. I think that I would be... I would find it to be like a social faux pas. A social fox pass. Fully washing herself. Go get checked by a doctor. Hey, you're so stinky, you should see a doctor about it. I don't know about that one, Malicious. That one might be too far. Let the guidance counselor know they are trained to address anomalies like this. Yo, holy shit! That's actually such a good idea. Oh, I am not as smart as you are, Kasparian. I don't know. I never would have thought of this. I probably just would have beat them up and taken their lunch money. I'm kidding. Chat, I don't want you to get the wrong idea. I've never been in a fight in my life. If I ever bullied somebody, it was just with my, you know, impeccable wit. Not the guidance counselor. No, they are trained to address anomalies like this. For what? What did you do, Sonic? But yeah, this is a crazy... Like, this is like a genius level Einstein answer. Even as like as an adult, I would not think of this. I didn't take PE in high school, so I don't really know. We had PE in middle school, and we didn't use showers, so we just stayed sweaty. I don't think that they had showers in high school, but I don't know, because I didn't take PE in high school. Maybe you were stinky, Sonic. What do you mean, how you present yourself and if you were feeling okay? Maybe she thought you were so depressed you weren't showering. That is a thing that happens with depression. You just like stop taking care of yourself. Like you just stop grooming. Do you know why she smells? No. That's pretty good. I like that. Okay. I mean, I don't want to keep reading because, like, this is just the right answer. Tell a guidance counselor. Okay. I'll remember that. Fox will remember this. Honestly, it's almost Malicious's answer. When Malicious said, you know, like, you should tell a police officer about it. Like, that's almost the same answer, which is strange. Because when Malicious said it, it sounded insane. But when this person said, you know, guidance counselor, suddenly it clicked, and I'm like, okay, that makes sense. Would I be the asshole if I stay at a hotel with my kids during in-law visit? I don't know what that means. Would I be the asshole if I kicked my sister out after Christmas? It'd probably be worse if you did it before Christmas. Here's your Christmas present, you know. Go live on the streets. Am I the ass for making my parents not welcome my sister back to the family? What are you? Are your parents like a pack of dogs? And you like sprayed like some other dog's urine on your sister so they'd like bark at her and like, get out of here. You smell wrong. You smell bad. I'm calling the cops. Am I the asshole for stating my pets come first? I mean, I think that's a crime. Am I the asshole for not wanting to receive gifts or money at my wedding? Am I the asshole for not cooking for my family? Am I the asshole for letting my kid open gifts early? Am I the asshole for not wanting my mother-in-law to stay for a month? Am I the asshole for leaving my girlfriend's bag unattended? Am I the asshole for trying to convince my fiance that we should live with our parents instead of renting a house we can't afford / going into more credit card debt every month? Am I the asshole for telling my roommate her boyfriend can't be over when she is not here? Okay, hold on. My initial thought is, yeah, you sound like an asshole, but like, maybe not. Am I the asshole for telling my roommate her boyfriend cannot be over when she is not here? Like, if the boyfriend, like, sucks, that makes sense. You know? I don't know. Fuck. I mean, she lives there, right? Okay, I think you're the asshole. I think you're the asshole, actually. You know, you both live there, you're roommates. I think that your roommate should be allowed to have guests over, even if she's not there. To start, me, female 20, and I mean, the only reason I think this is not a Karen is because, like, I think it's also her house. You know, like, if to be a Karen, she would have to be, like, talking about someone else's house. Right? Like, my neighbor keeps inviting their friend over, and I don't like it. You know, like, yeah, you're not involved, Karen. Shut up, you know? Deal with your own life. But in this case, I think that they actually are living in the same house, right? So it kind of doesn't directly involve her. To start, me, 20 female, and my roommate, 20 female, don't exactly get along currently. We have lived together for over a year and were friends before that, but after this lease have agreed to go our separate ways. Oh, you mean like Resident Evil 4? Lately, her long-term boyfriend, male 30, holy fuck! Okay. Just throw a fucking screwball into it, throw a wrench into the machine. Has been staying over nearly every night. He's a fucking full-grown man and you two are kids. What the fuck? No 30-year-old should be dating a 20-year-old. That's fucked. He's been like, you know, you can say like, oh, well, it is past the age of consent. I don't give a fuck. Like, sure, it's legally the case, but it doesn't make it not morally fucked. This guy's like, he's a full-ass adult, dude. These people, like, don't even know what they're doing with their lives. They probably don't even know how to tie their shoes. They're so fucking baby. Recently, I suspected that he may have been staying over in her room when she was at school. As important notes, he does not live here, does not pay rent or utilities, and when we originally renewed our last lease, I had fought to not have him signed on like she wanted. I was not comfortable with it, and neither was our other roommate, male 20. The other day, I caught her boyfriend using our shower and cooking himself. What? I thought I was alone in the apartment. I'm simply just not comfortable with him being here while she isn't, on top of him being here every night anyways, and somehow always in the shower when I want to be. Motherfucker lives in the shower? On top of him being here every night, I brought this up to her and she couldn't believe it. Like I had the audacity to complain about it. He's been around for a minute and he's fine, I guess. Like I have nothing personally against him, but I just don't want someone, especially a 30-year-old man, not paying rent and hanging around here 24/7. She sees this as a personal attack against him and her, and she claims that he has paid his fair dues because he supposedly buys things like paper towels and toilet paper for the house when it's her turn. She said he lives an hour away, so he can't drive back and forth all the time, and it's just easier for him to say. As well, she says that because I don't hang out with her or talk to her anymore, that it's only fair that she has her boyfriend. Tensions are high and nothing in our lease says explicitly you can't have people over for an extended period of time, so going to our landlords would be a hassle. I don't want to have to do this unless I have to. Feel like it's in my right to ask that he not be here when he doesn't pay rent, and I don't want him to pay rent. Even if we have friendship conflicts going on that are not related to this roommate problem, am I the asshole? Let's see. I mean, if he's 30 and he's dating a 20-year-old, he very well might not have a job. That's a big red flag. I'm living at my 20-year-old girlfriend's, my baby child girlfriend's, my child bride's apartment complex. Okay, chat. I'm finding myself at an impasse here, right? Because, like, on one hand, the roommate lives there, so her boyfriend should be allowed to be there. And, like, if your problem is that he doesn't pay rent, I think that you then can't say, I don't want him to pay rent, right? Like... I think you're the asshole. Like, I don't like saying that she's the asshole, because I don't like the 30-year-old boyfriend, right? But, like, on principle, I think he's allowed to be there, especially if he's gonna pay rent. I think they just need to ask him to pay rent. Not the asshole. For anyone not living in a roommate situation, it is not normal to have guests in your home when you are not around. I am sorry to break this to you, but the guy actually lives there now. Being around 24/7 pretty much means just that. The question becomes what to do about it. Can you complain to the landlord? I don't know. Am I crazy to think this isn't that strange? To have guests in your home when you're not around? I don't know, like, I've been at friends' houses before when they're not there, right? I don't think it's that strange. I think that this is not that strange. I think you're in the right here. He shouldn't be there when she's not there, period. Why? I don't... Have you guys ever had friends before? Like what, you never have had like your friend like wait it inside your house? Like you're like, I'm not home yet, but like, hey, I'll be home in 30 minutes, just, you know, let yourself in, do whatever. Like, you've never done that before? I don't know. I think these people are weird. Does this fine gentleman not have a residence to be at? Is he a NEET? Doesn't pay for rent, shouldn't use your stuff. Also just kind of creepy if you're only one in during the day and he is there. Weird. I agree with you on this one. But like, it's not... What if he does pay rent though? Like, OP said she doesn't want him to pay rent. What if he starts paying rent? Not the asshole, she moved him in. Go to the landlord. You may be able to get him to break the lease so you can move sooner. Dude is freeloading and they're not paying a fair share. An extra person drives up other costs for sure. Okay, but OP, like, shut that down. Like, what do you want him to do? Pay rent? OP says no. I don't know. I think the answer is that he just needs to pay rent. Or, like, you have to have a conversation and be like... I think the answer might be that they need to break the lease. You know? Go to the landlord and... Like, I hate saying that. Because, you know, I think Mao did nothing wrong. Except for the sparrows. He shouldn't have gone after the sparrows. But the landlords he was right about. But, like, you know, these people live... under the landlord already. Like, they do have to run it by them legally, unfortunately. To try and get out of the lease, I think you gotta move. I think the answer is if you don't like it, you gotta move, you know? Because, like, it is her house as well. You know, you share the house. I'm sorry. That's the agreement you went into. You might not like it now, but you do share the house. That doesn't change, you know? It's not your house. It's a shared property. So, like, everyone on Reddit said not the asshole. I'm saying you're the asshole on this one. I think that it's very presumptuous to think that it's just your house when it clearly isn't. It's a shared house between 3 different people. You can't just act like it's only yours. Am I the ass for telling my girlfriend's best friend to go fuck herself in that she's pathetic? Okay, let's find out why. Hey, pretty good, huh? Well, if you liked the video, it would help me out a lot if you'd click the like button down below. And if you want to see more videos like this one, you can check out the channel and consider subscribing to stay up to date with videos as they come out. Or, if you want to be part of the live show, you can follow us at twitch.tv/foxcan'tread. Or, join the Fox Can't Read community Discord. Both of those links are going to be in the description down below. But until then, I will see you later. Goodbye!